J1407b. This may sound like a bunch of random letters mixed together, but in reality it is the name of one of the most fascinating planets astronomers have ever discovered. Nicknamed the Super Saturn, this bizarre planet has 37 rings surrounding it that span an astonishing 30 million miles across. In fact, the ring system is so massive and dense that if the planet orbited around the Sun, the rings would be visible right here on Earth at night. It's estimated that the Super Saturn is a gas giant, similar but much bigger than the gas giants in our own solar system. That means if you were to try to land on it, you would actually fall straight through to its core where the pressure is great enough to squish you into the size of a peanut. This planet is definitely special enough to be number one on our list, but what other strange planets have scientists discovered in the universe? Just how weird can they really get? In today's video, we are going to take a deep dive into the cosmos and look at the most bizarre and straight-up terrifying planets ever discovered. Let's start with a planet that could possibly inhabit life. That's right, Gliese 581c, located about 20 light-years or 120 trillion miles from Earth, is home to a small strip of land that could possibly support life. But it's not all good news about Gliese 581c. This planet is tidally locked, which means that one side of the planet always faces its star. The near side has scorching temperatures that would disintegrate you in seconds, while the far side has such cold temperatures that you would freeze solid before you know it. Yes, Gliese 581c has two of the most stark differences in temperature anywhere in the universe. The fact that it could freeze you or burn you alive is really rare, let alone the fact that there is a tiny portion of the planet that could be comfortable. It's odd, dangerous, and definitely unlike most other planets floating around in deep space. If we are talking about uncomfortable temperatures, we need to touch upon another extremely strange planet, KOI 1431b. The name is a bit of a mouthful, but you really should know a thing or two about this one because it's so hot and so unbearable that it's downright hellish. The planet was discovered by researchers at the University of Southern Queensland Centre for Astrophysics. It is located about 490 light-years away from Earth and is more of a massive ball of hot fire than a planet. It's one of the hottest planets ever discovered, but it's not just scorching hot, it's huge too. It is roughly twice the size of Jupiter. Remember that Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, so this is quite an observation. It's a scorching hot, hellish world with daytime temperatures of around 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 2,700 degrees Celsius. It is undeniable that no living creature could live in its environment. In fact, the planet's temperature at night is the second highest ever recorded. By comparison, molten lava has a melting point of around 1,800 to 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, making the planet substantially hotter than hot liquid rock and beyond the melting point of most metals. In fact, the planet's sweltering temperatures are comparable to the exhaust from a rocket engine. How about a gigantic planet that weighs more than 7 times as much as Earth, with a real potential for life? That's what you get with the planet GJ 1214b, which was only recently discovered in December 2009. It's only the second super-Earth exoplanet for which astronomers have determined the mass and radius. In total, it's about 2.7 times Earth's diameter. However, there is something peculiar about this planet: it's got a lot of water. Studies have shown that a massive amount of the planet's mass is made up of water, and the planet is shrouded by a thick and steamy atmosphere. Because although it has a lot of water, it also has a lot of heat too. In fact, it's estimated that the planet reaches temperatures of about 440 degrees Fahrenheit, or 230 degrees Celsius. The high temperatures and the high pressure of the planet don't just make a blanket of steam that coats the entire planet, it also creates exotic materials like superfluid water or hot ice, which are about as rare and bizarre as they sound. Nothing like that exists on our planet, and that just adds to the alien and strange nature of GJ 1214b. Visiting this planet would not only be impossible, but it would also be so vastly unpleasant too. It would be like an extreme version of walking into a bathroom when a hot shower has been running for hours. Do you ever feel like gravity is bringing you down? If so, you do your best to avoid Gliese 436b. Gliese 436b is an exoplanet in the constellation Leo that appears to break the laws of physics in some fundamental and mind-bending ways. It exists about 30 light-years from Earth and is chillingly cold but still hot. What exactly does that mean? The frozen surface of this planet, which orbits its star at a distance 15 times closer than Mercury to the Sun, is burning at a temperature of 430 degrees Celsius, that's 822 degrees Fahrenheit. So being that it's above its own melting point, how does ice of all things stay perfectly solid? Shouldn't the entire planet be melted with such a scorching temperature? Well, because the planet's gravity is so powerful, it compresses the trace amounts of water vapor in its atmosphere into solid ice, which keeps it from melting no matter how hot it gets. So Gliese 436b is the rare planet that is both incredibly hot and still consists solely of ice. Oh, and this planet can move too. It is estimated that one orbit around the star takes only about 2 days and 15 hours. Buckle up tight because that is one fast orbit. HAP P7b is a planet that should be on your radar if you like the weird and unheard of, and if you like precious gems too. The planet is roughly 1,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Cygnus. The atmosphere of this exoplanet has a lot of aluminium oxide precipitation on the night side. Because corundum jewels are rubies and sapphires, the weather on the planet's night side may well be described as raining rubies and sapphires. Since the planet is subjected to strong storms, it's conceivable that these rubies and sapphires are dispersed over the world. That's right, if you were ever visiting HAP P7b, you could be showered in some of the most priceless and coveted gems and stones that are worth millions here on Earth. It's too bad we can't make a quick trip there and back. Now we move on to WASP 12b, which is likely one of the darkest planets you've ever heard of. The day side of WASP 12b consumes light rather than reflecting it into space, making it one of the darkest known exoplanets. The exoplanet, which is twice the size of Jupiter, has the remarkable potential to capture at least 94% of visible starlight entering its atmosphere. The temperature of the atmosphere is a scorching 4,600 degrees Fahrenheit, or 2,500 degrees Celsius. Because it always faces its star, the day side hoards all visible light. The planet is so close to its host that its day and night sides are locked. WASP 12b completes an orbit once a day. The temperature at night is substantially colder, around 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, allowing water vapor and clouds to form. The planet's superheated atmosphere is splattering materials onto its star. This strange exoplanet belongs to a type of planets known as hot Jupiters, which orbit their host star very close and are heated to extreme temperatures. Can you imagine stumbling upon this truly odd superhot dark planet? It would look like something out of a horror film, massive, hot, and always pitch black. It would be quite creepy indeed. Finally, we come upon PSR B1622, which isn't odd because it's raining rubies or remains dark at all times. No, this planet is strange because it's so damn old. In fact, it's almost as old as the entire universe itself. Remember, the Earth is about 4.5 billion years old, and the universe is estimated to be about 14 billion years old. Being that this planet is only about 13 billion years old, that means it was created only 1 billion years after the beginning of the known universe. Not only is its age spectacularly and truly special, this ancient planet is surviving in a rough part of the neighborhood. It resides next to a pair of burned-out stars that haven't been working or warm for millions of years. Still, this planet continues to survive. Not much else is known about it, but the fact that it has survived for so long is not only remarkable but also downright strange. Thanks for watching, and while you're still here, make sure to click the video on your screen for more amazing content. I'll see you there.